Hello everybody, and welcome to our special Christmas Q&A crossover collab.
Well, that's quite the tongue-twisting mouthful.
Yeah, I know, kind of a working title. I'm sure Matt will fix it in the finished project. Anyway, it's good to meet you all. My name is Silver, and I'm one of the characters from the Creative Planet fan series called Search for the Lost.
And my name is Forge the Android, the slightly more popular character from said fan series. No offense, buddy.
Nah, I think you're onto something.
Greetings, fellow viewers. I am Blaze of the Soul Dimension, and I have the secondary role in the fan series. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
And I am Mephiles the Dark, main villain of this series and eventual conqueror of the world.
Yeah, not if I have anything to say about it, Pinata Face.
Oh, please, robot. What makes you think you actually have a chance against me?
2 words. Road kill.
Oh.
Well, I would reduce your metallic body to ashes, but I've already made the decision to humor you all by partaking in the so-called Christmas spirit.
Well, I'm glad we can come to a temporary truce, Mephiles. I'm sure our guests would greatly appreciate it. Speaking of which, where exactly are they?
Hi guys, great.
Whoa, you guys good? You sound kinda choppy.
There, got it. Sorry guys, our connection is kinda iffy, seeing how we're playing online and on a call.
I'm still not sure about this. You know people get hacked on these video conference things, right? I don't feel very safe on here.
Oron, I told you, we're not gonna get hacked. That's why Vizai is here.
And how do you expect me to believe he got online?
Don't associate me with the likes of lowly hackers, player ID, Oron. I alter the digital world for a higher cause than for petty entertainment.
Can I entertain the fact that your head looks like an air freshener?
Guys, let's not forget why we're here. Goodwill towards men, huh? No purpose in getting anyone angry.
Worry not, player ID Silver. Anger is a flawed human emotion, and I was created without flaws.
You're quite the intriguing person, Vasai. Would you be interested in joining my team? You could learn a lot about being a true villain.
Incorrect. Villains are just weak-minded attention seekers with vast insecurities brought upon by their own immature refusal to accept laws and norms established by higher powers.
Hey, I like this guy.
Anyways, welcome aboard, ZatN crew. Good to have you all here. Now, since very few of our fans are familiar with ZatN and the Noob, think you could give us a quick introduction before we get into questions?
Sure thing. Hi everybody, my name is Yuki, and I'm the main character of our series, kinda sorta. And this is my good friend Oron.
Hey guys, name's Oron. Other main character, I guess. I'm sorry, I just don't like these virtual meetings. It reminds me too much of school.
Public school. I remember those days. All 2 of them.
I am the Virtual Application Security Artificial Intelligence, but you may call me Vasai for short.
And what exactly is your story, Miss Yuki?
Aw, Yuki's just fine, Your Highness. Basically, I'm a newcomer in this super cool virtual online game where everyone has guns, and I meet everyone, except me, because I like swords a lot better and can deflect bullets with it. Oron helps me, but he just uses a gun, but he's super good at it. Well, sorta, because it's a shotgun, which could basically hit anything. Oh, did I mention the spaceship?
Yuki, let's try to paraphrase things.
Right, sorry. Virtual online game, lots of guns, Oron and I are a team, and we're trying to reach the secret spaceship.
And what exactly is on the spaceship?
I have no idea!
We're working on that part.
Not for much longer, player ID Oron, though for the time being I found it logical to learn more about this holiday season everyone goes on about.
Oh, you're gonna love it, Vasai. It's a happy, wonderful time of the year where everyone gets together with friends and family and celebrates with gifts and lots of good food. Some people talk about a guy named Santa Claus who brings gifts, while others honor a savior being born thousands of years ago. And that's just naming a few. Some people have lots of ways of celebrating this time of year.
Hail Krampus.
What?
What?
But seriously, I think you'll be totally on board with it, Vasai.
I'm afraid you lost me as soon as you said the word happy.
Well, never since Iblis have I ever related to someone so much.
Okay, guys, I think we postponed the comments long enough. What do you say we get into it? We'll just take turns reading them, kind of go around the room and whatnot.
Yes, I'm fine with that.
Sounds good, bro.
Very well.
Yeah, let's do it!
Whatever you say.
Proceed.
Our first question is for Blaze, actually. D-Money-Lol asks, Blaze, how come you're scared of heights even though cats are capable of landing on their feet?
Oh my gosh, dude, you can't just ask Blaze why she's scared of heights. She's very sensitive about that. You really think she wants to go into detail on how she starts shaking like a leaf as her legs turn to jelly and she wants to cling on to Silver like her life depends on it?
Forge, quit it.
Aw, poor Blaze. Are you really afraid of heights?
No, I'm just cautious when it comes to dealing with them. And I can't say I'm familiar with this always lands on feet thing. I don't know how invincible your earth cats are, but I have to avoid bone fractures from long falls just like any other Mobian.
Not me. Reinforced titanium pistons, suckers.
You know, I've seen you handle some pretty high places before, Blaze. Granted, the edge of atmosphere type heights are a little much to anyone, but you do pretty good controlling your fears, I'd say.
I do? Well, thanks, Silver.
Well, I don't know about heights, but I definitely have a crippling fear of adulthood. Nothing but taxes and debt in store for me. Yay!
Oron, what have we talked about with negativity?
I know. It's like earwax. Comes out of your head and goes straight in the trash.
Okay, here's a comment from Ultimate Item 9000. Ooh, it's a three-parter.
Is that legal?
First question is for Silver, and it reads, how fast can you go without your psychokinetic powers?
Not very fast, unfortunately. It really is a drag when my powers wear out, because I don't run anywhere close to Sonic or Shadow's speed.
Yes, well, that pathetic Shadow gets his speed from silly jet shoes, so that doesn't really count.
Hey, he's right, Silver. Shadow probably runs slower than you without his jet shoes.
Wait, so how do people make fun of Silver for cheap tricks, but not the cool edgy guy?
I think you answered your own question. Item also asks, Blaze, what holidays are celebrated in your world in the Soul Dimension?
Well, summertime brings a great variety of holidays to our world, like this one tradition where we set sail and hold a boat festival in the middle of the open sea. And I suppose we do have our own version of your Christmas, but as you can imagine, the presence of a jolly fat man who brings gifts is far less than welcome over there.
Oh, I get it!
Okay, last part of this question, and ooh, it's for me. It reads, Forge, what are things you miss before becoming a robot?
Ooh, well, that's a serious one.
I'd have to say, without any doubt in my mind whatsoever, eating. Stuffing my face. Chowing down. Definitely miss all that good stuff. Although I will say it is extremely convenient to not have to go to the bathroom anymore.
TMI, Forge.
Oh, and allergies. I do not miss allergies. They can die in a fire.
Cherry and Lover 66 has a question for everyone. How will you spend Christmas this year?
I don't know. Sonic says they got some sort of tradition where they party at the Chaotix place, so we'll probably tag along.
Well, as long as karaoke's involved, I'm in.
I prefer to be someplace quiet with with my friends. Yeah.
And you, Mephiles?
I'll probably watch the critically panned Nutcracker in 3D. It makes me lose hope in humanity, and I love it.
Okay. What about you guys over there?
I don't know. Probably some more VR for the most part, though my family is slightly more bearable around the holidays, so I guess I'll spend time with them. What about you, Yuki?
Oh, sorry. Zoned out for a minute there. I'll probably just play some games too. Not much goes on in my real life.
For real? Huh.
What about you, Fazai?
I will do the exact same thing I do 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, keeping pathetic man-children from causing trouble in the virtual world of GGO.
Sounds festive.
Oh good, another 3-for-1 question. Well, firstly, Ender Knight 1 asks, Silver, if you were able to beat Shadow one-on-one, then wouldn't that make you the ultimate life form?
Flattered at the thought, but no. That ever so humble title belongs to Shadow and Shadow alone.
Yeah, because it inflates his already massive ego.
As much as I still despise him, Silver is not some lowly lab rat like Shadow, so it wouldn't work for him at all. Also, are you forgetting that I technically beat Shadow long before Silver did? Shouldn't I earn the title of Ultimate Life Form?
Oh, right. Because you're technically a lab rat too, right?
Well, that backfired on you, didn't it?
Oh, shut up. Second question is for me. It reads, Mephiles, when did you meet Infinite?
Infinite what?
No, it's a person.
A very good question, my friend, but I'd rather not reveal the how and when just yet. But I will say it happened very shortly after I arrived in Sonic's timeline.
Sweet, now we get to pwn two moody edgelords.
I am not an edgelord. Last question from Ender Knight is for Blaze, and I must say I'm quite fond of how disturbing this sounds.
Oh, great. That didn't take long.
If it ain't PG, chuck it.
Oh, relax. It's safe. At least I think it is. He's simply wondering if Blaze can sprout tentacles from her mouth.
Ew, what?
Someone needs to lay off the anime.
Guys, chill. It's just a Captain Marvel reference. There's an alien cat that sprouts tentacles from its mouth.
I can safely say that no, I do not do that.
Even in context, that's weird.
Excuse me while I go burn down the internet.
Oh, hold on. Marina's saying our stove isn't working. You guys keep doing the questions. I'll be right back.
Wait, are you sure?
Yeah, don't wait. I'll only be a minute.
Okay, if you say so, Princess.
Ooh, here's a good one.
Oh boy.
Sunny Keenan asks, Silver, who are you going under the mistletoe with?
What?
Ooh, yes, do tell, my fine frilled friend.
I'd throw up in my mouth if I had one.
You got a special someone, Silver? Is it someone we know?
It's Blaze.
I knew it!
Yeah, I suppose, but the whole mistletoe thing is a little too forward. I guess if she were up for it, then yeah, I'd maybe be up for it too, I guess.
Fair enough.
In the meantime, here's some visual proof for you, Yuki.
I totally ship it!
And here she goes.
Alright, I'm back. What did I miss?
Nothing at all. It was, just a troll comment. First, one of those.
My good old chum, you and I both know that was not a first.
Next question!
Whew, looks like another loaded one. This one's from Ace Archer 5532. Firstly, a question for Silver. What's Christmas like in the future?
Well, not too different from how Christmas is in most places. We still do the tree tradition, presents, all that cool stuff. Only downside is we don't get much snow like most people since all the lava and fire we used to have somehow screwed up our climate.
No white Christmas? That's a bummer.
Yeah, but we don't have to shovel, so that's a plus.
Next question from Ace is asking what Blaze's favorite Christmas cookie is.
Well, I'm not too picky when it comes to cookies, but I do enjoy a freshly baked creme brulee.
Ooh, fancy.
The refined taste we'd expect from a princess.
Oh, Yuki, he also has some questions for us. He's wondering what other types of games we play.
Ooh, yeah, good one. Let's see. I played another VR game called Asuka Empire. That's where I learned a lot of my sword skills. Super fun game where we play as ninja warriors.
Ooh, I think Espio would like that game.
And then there was one called Serene Garden, which isn't really a game, but more of a virtual hangout. And then, oh yeah, how can I forget Insect Sight? Bugs everywhere. Yeah, that one was weird. Anyways, what have you played, Oron?
Well, GGO is my only VR game because I have a life, but I've also played a lot of first-person shooters and even a few racing games.
Bro, you need to get me an Amisphere for Christmas. I want in on this VR stuff.
I make no promises, Forge.
Last question from Ace is for Mephilis, wondering if you actually mean Memphis, Tennessee.
Ugh, again with this stupid joke. I don't even get it.
Well, now I can't unhear it, so I'm gonna have to call you Memphis, Tennessee from now on.
Don't test me, child. I will reach through that screen and end your life in an instant.
Yeah, well, this avatar is digital, so good luck with that.
I suppose it is my turn to read one of these low-resolution JPG files. User 431098712 asks,
Wait, why didn't you just use Austin's actual username?
I find indulging others in their petty usernames to be illogical.
Rude.
Anyway, he asks Silver, if I bring up the events of Sonic 06, will you chronologically fade into another universe, thus concluding the timeline sequence of events? Or will you just cringe?
Ugh.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
Also for Blaze, since you don't like heights, does that mean you'll never go back to Sky Sanctuary?
Never wanted to in the first place. Those ruins are dangerously unstable.
No kidding. Knuckles told me he tried using the bathroom up there once and the sink straight up fell through the floor.
Your universe confuses me.
Lastly, Austin asks Forge, how is Tikal?
Hey man, she's doing good. We hang out quite a bit when we're not filming the series. You'd never believe it, but I actually got her into playing Tomatoponymous Adventure 2 Battle with her. Though I swear she cheats because she always wins the treasure hunts.
Ooh, so many juicy details. Tell me more.
Nah, sorry, Miss Kono. You're gonna have to watch the rest of the series to find out.
Wait, I thought you guys were supposed to be promoting us.
Let's see. Oh, here's one. Jack and Dad asks, what do you guys think of a good joke? Plus, this comment will explode in 5 seconds.
Is that trying to ask if we know a good joke?
Oh sure, I know a thing or two about stand-up comedy.
So do I. Unless you're one of those killjoys who complains about bad taste.
Oh, I got a joke.
Sure, what is it?
Okay, so I heard this from a player whose online connection was really choppy, but I think I got most of it. It goes chicken, cabbage, plumber, and egg yolk. I'll admit, it was funnier with him cutting in and out.
We'll take your word for it.
Anyone else?
Well, I heard this one joke from Sonic. It's kind of corny, but it did manage to get a few laughs.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, a couple of Zeddies walk into a bar, but then they realize it was set too low.
I don't get it.
Michaela asks, guys, what's your favorite Christmas tradition?
Well, I think we briefly talked about that, but what about you, Yuki? We didn't get a chance to hear your tradition.
Oh, tradition?
Yeah, you know, like with family.
Right. With family. You know, I can't remember, to be quite honest. I'm not sure why it's so fuzzy.
Oh. Well, that's okay, Yuki. I'm sure it'll come to you sometime later. I always forget those obscure activities, too.
Well, I know my tradition always involves a lot of fireworks. Or is that New Year's? I'll mix it up. Anyways, Michaela also asks, Mephiles, since you and Iblis are halves, and a sliver of you survived, is Iblis still around? If so, where?
Ah, finally, a question with some relevance. Unfortunately, Iblis is long lost to the destruction of its space-time rift. And to be honest, I planned on leaving him behind for quite a long time. As powerful an ally he is, Iblis is much too reckless with his unlimited destruction. My goal now is to find something, or someone, more reliable in my quest for world domination.
Wow, Mephiles. I'm surprised we can agree on Iblis being a mindless rampaging mess.
I also should probably add that he's the reason your fight with Solaris was such a letdown.
Wait, really?
Yes. You see, being the smart one, I wanted to make a few more strategic moves to take you all down, but Iblis insisted on fire laser here, fire laser there, hence why we used almost nothing but lasers as our main attacks. That's when I knew our teamwork was doomed.
I think you guys were doomed the minute time travel was brought into the equation.
Cooper Kirby asks, so Silver and Blaze, how is, weird. I can't seem to read the rest of this.
I will.
No, Forge, you don't have to.
How is the relationship going?
Oh boy.
Ooh, yes, do tell.
Not this aimless drivel again.
Look, it's none of your business what the status of our relationship is. That being said, we get along just fine. Our abilities greatly complement one another, and we're very well coordinated while in battle. All in all, Silver is the most valuable companion I've ever had, and his enthusiasm always keeps me level-headed.
Bro, you just got companion zoned.
Oh, hush.
Aw, I still ship it.
Yuki, stop.
Streamline Thomas 175 has a question for Forge. What are your plans for 2021, and what is your favorite movie?
Well, aside from continuing my work in Search for the Lost and doing my very best to promote the heck out of these fine anime peeps, not much.
Yup. If there's one thing this year taught us, it's not to plan in advance too excessively.
Ooh, a 2020 joke. So original. But seriously, my plan of action is usually 90% action and a solid 2% planning. Usually there's explosions somewhere in the remaining 8%. But yeah, I'm pretty easygoing overall. As far as favorite movies go, I'd have to say without a doubt, Iron Giant. Can't go wrong with the classics.
Next comment is from Moxie to Gold. Sorry if I butcher your name, Mr. Moxie. He says, love you guys. Aww. I hope I didn't write too many questions. If I did, you can only use one of them if you like. Nope, I'm doing all of them.
Ugh.
First question is for Silver and Forge. How does it feel to travel through time? Is it nauseating?
Well, at first it does kind of make you woozy, but personally I've done it so much I just kind of got used to it. Kind of like sea legs or something. Forge, on the other hand...
I love crazy time portals. You never know what'll be on the other side, or how many of your limbs will be misplaced when you're done.
Ugh, I don't know how either of you do it.
Well, I do it all the time, and it's never a problem for me.
Ooh, next question is for us, Oron. It says, do you enjoy each other's company?
Well, how the tables have turned.
I mean, I definitely enjoy Oron's company. He seems like a total grumpy pants on the outside, but he's a teddy bear on the inside.
I'm standing right here.
Well, I can safely say I don't enjoy your company. Your in-game unruliness is becoming quite the problem for me to deal with.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is our only escape from real-life troubles an inconvenience for you?
Next question, guys. Moxie also asks, Blaze, do you use your flames for fun or just for fights?
Oh, don't be ridiculous. I would never use something so dangerous simply for entertainment. I will only ignite my powers to either save someone in danger or act in self-defense.
Or to light fireworks. I saw you at the 4th of July party.
That was an exception, okay? Their lighter went missing.
Yeah, missing.
Lastly, for Memphilis, do you have any other plans for the future other than being the best villain people think you are?
Ah, best villain, you say? How flattering. Well, again, I would rather not reveal too much of my plans, but I promise they will have a very world-altering outcome.
Well, considering how this year has been, anything would be an improvement at this point.
Ah yes, I too can take a black magic ritual that presumably sucks the life force from our planet, but the incredible hardship of wearing a mask? That's just too much.
Ugh, first world problems, am I right?
Let's see, I hope I'm saying this right. Kieran Nightstone, who also has a bunch of questions, asks Silver, who do you get along with best aside from Sonic, Amy, and Knuckles?
Well, I guess if you don't count those three as well as Blaze and Forge, I'd say SBO indefinitely. I don't know what it is, but we just get along so well whenever we team up. Which is surprising because he's way more cool-headed and disciplined than I am.
Hence why he's able to put up with you.
Forge.
Kidding. I'd say you're plenty cool-headed. Post 06.
Your voice sounds a lot better here and in Team Sonic Racing, I might add.
Speaking of Team Sonic Racing, your voice sounded really familiar there, but I just can't wrap my head around why.
Huh. Strange. I'm not sure why it would either.
Next question is for Blaze. Would you not want to leave from a box if someone put one on the floor?
What kind of nonsense does this person speak of? Do they take me for some sort of alley cat?
Well, there was that big dresser we ordered once and you kinda...
Forge, you said you wouldn't tell anyone about that.
But you should know by now that I'm like a leaf blower at a poker game.
This is why we keep our main cast to just 2 people. Anyways, next question is for Forge. What would you do if you had rocket fists?
Well, naturally, I would use them to delicately handle the finest pair of sewing needles and construct the most intricate and precise hand-sewn patterns for beautiful silk pillowcases. What do you think I'd do with rocket fists? Obviously, I'd punch Memphilis' face into the back of his head shortly after giving Zavok 2 upper jaws.
Sounds about right.
But alas, I didn't consider that upgrade, so I'll settle with literal rocket fists. As in the ones that shoot rockets.
Okay, next question is for Memphilis. Was it you or Infinite that decided to have Eggman create his secret project?
Oh, you mean that useless scrap pile Eggman calls a masterpiece? Actually, it was neither of our ideas. It just so happens that Eggman had another pointless robot project to keep him distracted from the bigger picture. Though whatever keeps him out of our way is fine by me.
Okay, last question is for you, Yuki. He's wondering what you love about your cast members.
Oh, where do I start? Well, I love working with Oron because he's really smart and analytical, which helps me because I have a habit of rushing into things. And we have a really cute lizard friend who shows us where to go, and Visai here makes things challenging as the antagonist.
Don't flatter yourselves. If anything, you're the antagonists. I'm just doing my job.
Sounds like something an antagonist would say.
Normally without a voice filter.
Oh, lastly, this person is also wondering where they can watch our web series.
Oh, that's easy, friend. You can find that either on the Creative Planet homepage or in the description below. Give it all a watch and let us know what you think.
Bear with the first couple of episodes. They get better as time goes on.
Hey, kinda like our series.
User 943475525 asks Mephiles, have you ever thought about trying to take control of Metal Sonic? He would be the ultimate weapon to have at your disposal.
That is an interesting consideration. If I had the means, I could even turn this Metal Sonic to my cause.
Yeah, I could totally join your cause, Mephiles. I'd be a great source of 24/7 one-liners and quips for every single situation imaginable.
On second thought, I think I'd rather recruit being the duck.
P.S. End this answer with your most evil of laughs.
Seems kinda silly, but I may as well.
Dan Green did it better.
Shut up.
Scrap Fox has a question for me. They ask, how did it feel to get Shadow back with the Chaos Control plus kick to the back of the head? Yeah, not gonna lie, that was pretty satisfying.
You really seized the moment there, didn't you, buddy?
I'll admit I enjoy any moment of Shadow getting humiliated.
Next question is for Forge. Are there any songs you have installed on you?
Sadly no, I don't have any songs installed on me. That one from last time came from the jukebox I found. I would like to figure out a way to play music from my databanks if YouTube wasn't so paranoid about copyright songs.
Yup, they're totally fine with the existence of reaction videos, but gosh forbid using 20 seconds of a popular song.
Tell me about it.
Next question for Blaze. Can you boost your speed by using flames like thrusters?
As a matter of fact, I can. I occasionally shoot flames with my feet while either running or jumping, and it does help my speed quite a lot.
I taught her everything she knows.
Don't flatter yourself, Forge.
Last one for Mephiles. Can you say, welcome to Tilted Towers, my name is Memphis, Tennessee?
No, I won't. And believe it or not, I am quite agitated by your repetitive jokes. As if they're supposed to get funnier the more you bring it up.
Clearly you're not familiar with meme culture.
Ooh, Sketch Ribbon has an interesting one for Silver. They ask, if you didn't have telekinesis, what other power do you think you would have instead? I.e. hydrokinesis, pyrokinesis, etc.
Ah, that is interesting. In all honesty though, I really couldn't see myself having another kind of power. It's already taken me tons of practice to get used to my psychokinesis, so I really don't think I'd be comfortable with any other ability.
Plus, if you really think about it, can't psychokinesis control everything, not just one element?
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
Hey, you're right, Yuki. I remember when he tossed some of Blaze's fire around with no effort.
So that means he can control other elements?
Well, sorta, but...
Oh my gosh. Silver, you're the Avatar!
Hey.
Oh dear.
What's wrong, Blaze?
We actually have a question from Zavok.
Huh. Who would have thought he could get Wi-Fi from that capsule you guys left him in?
Anyways, he has a question for Mephiles. If you were told that Sega was going to put you in the next Sonic game, what evil plot would you come up with?
I like this question. I suppose it depends a lot on how Sega would bring me back. If they choose to embrace elements from Sonic 06, then I think a possible reunion with Iblis could work. Otherwise, I suppose a diabolical partnership with Dark Gaia could be interesting as well. I feel like we'd have a lot more in common.
Mephiles and Dark Gaia? That would be a pure nightmare.
Yes, it does sound magnificent, doesn't it? JJ asks,
J.J. Abrams? That you, buddy? Bro, I don't blame you for Rise of Skywalker. Just give the fan base a few years, I promise they'll do a complete 180 and call it a great movie. It happened with the prequels, it'll happen with this one.
Anyways, JJ Titan Octo asks Silver, how did you meet Ford when he was a Mobian?
Oh man, that is quite a story. I first met him in Crisis City, or so we called it, when I stumbled across the first and only rescue squad. Forge was probably the most memorable of the team.
And that's not just because I was the only member of said team. That'd be stupid.
But yeah, it just became kind of a normal occurrence that we'd run into each other while saving people, which led to us becoming pretty good friends.
Aw, that's great! Sometimes it just takes a worldwide disaster to bring people together.
Don't.
JJ also asks Blaze, what's life like as a princess in your home dimension?
Oh, mostly things you'll hear about leading any kingdom. Lots of responsibility, always busy, many loyal subjects, and even some less loyal.
Let me know if you need someone to help straighten them out.
Yeah, me too. Public executions tend to be very persuasive.
Forge!
Kidding. Sorta. I mean, the offer still stands.
Well, Versailles. For once, you also have a question. They're wondering how you can see through that helmet.
For your information, this helmet allows me to see more in one glimpse than your puny vision can see after several seconds. I am able to calculate with great speed the countless amounts of info from around the game fed through my advanced HUD system. So to answer your question, I can see just fine.
Wow, you're like Iron Man if Benedict Cumberbatch was cast as him.
That surprisingly makes sense.
The guy says,
Wait, what guy?
no, like, that's his name. The guy.
Yeah, come on, man. Don't be a jerk.
But I wasn't.
Oh, it's for you, Forge. He's wondering if you ever thought becoming a robot was a bad idea.
Nah, not really. I mean, aside from every Thanksgiving dinner, I've honestly never felt any regret becoming a robot. Lots of great perks you don't get as a plain old organism. No offense, guys.
And lastly, he has a question for Silver. How hard was it to rebuild your home in the future?
Harder than you would think, even with my powers. Luckily, a lot of fire and lava cleared up when Iblis was defeated, but man, oh man, were things a mess.
Tell me about it. That stupid bus driver charges $400,000 for a cross-country trip. I know people gotta make a living, but really?
Looks like Fandom Dump has a question for everyone. They ask, what is your wish for Christmas?
How about for everyone to shut up their whining on how horrible this year has been?
I mean, they're not wrong. Feels like everything's just fallen apart this year.
Yes, please tell me more about how your world is falling apart.
Oh, right. Sorry.
But in all seriousness, I do hope things start shaping up so everyone can feel normal and safe again. And I also hope I can do my part in making that happen. That's my wish. What about you, Blaze?
I wish to further develop my skills and lessen my weaknesses so I can keep protecting the people I care about. What about you, Yuki?
I wish to discover my true purpose in life, even if it means fighting to get my point across.
Well, if I also had to choose something, I guess I'd wish to be done with school so I can do something big with my life.
Anyone else?
I'll pass. Wishes are stupid.
Agreed. User 056290142 asks several more questions. Firstly, why does Forge hate Omochow so much?
Okay, let me clear something up. I don't hate Omochow. I just feel strong levels of aggression upon hearing his ear-splitting voice that leads to my unceasing urge to rip his head off and kick it into a pond like a stray golf ball. Is that really so bad?
Right. Well, next question for Forge. What are your thoughts on Shard the Metal Sonic? Do you see him as a rival?
Shard the Oh, right! That guy from the alternate timeline that everyone confuses me with. While I definitely wouldn't mind a good old-fashioned test of skills between the both of us, I wouldn't exactly consider him a rival. I mean, I could definitely have him decimated in a heartbeat, but there's no reason for it.
You sound a tad jealous, Forge.
Well, I would be, except, I'm still around and he's not, so...
Next question for the Hedgehog. How do you feel about chili dogs?
Well, Sonic might hate me for this, but I never understood his obsession over them. They're just kind of gross in my opinion. And don't get me wrong, I can enjoy chili, but on a hot dog? It's just never sat well with me.
Meanwhile, somewhere on Mobius, Sonic feels a great disturbance and trips while running, sending his face sliding across the dirt for several feet before crashing into a tree.
He's been through worse.
Oh boy. 1 second, guys. I got another Iblis witness at my door.
I told you, I don't want any pamphlets.
Lastly for Blaze, when are you and Silver getting married? Also, will you have cake?
Ooh, here we go.
I beg your pardon? What kind of question is that? I will not indulge you in your fanfiction nonsense. You can think whatever you want, but I want no part of it. And chocolate cake, I suppose.
Chocolate cake for what now?
Ah! Nothing! Nothing at all!
Hey, we actually have a question from Bomb himself.
Wait, our buddies were allowed to submit questions too? I didn't know that.
Yep, he's wondering why Forge doesn't explode when he gets angry.
Clearly someone didn't watch my old talk show on YouTube. Rest in peace, you failed concept, you. But seriously, I would never have such a dangerous design feature. Can you imagine if I worked in customer service? Granted, most of the Karens would have it coming, but that's still too dangerous.
I feel like Oron kinda exploded when he got angry once.
I told you, Yuki, that was a grenade.
That you angrily threw to the ground.
I didn't know that would blow it up. I had to press the button.
As riveting as self-inflicted grenade explosions are, let's move on to Bomb's question for Blaze. He asks, how do you run in those high heels?
Practice, Bomb. Lots of practice.
Yeah, well, just don't star in a Jurassic Park movie. People will go bonkers. Well, Moonlight the Wolf has a question for me. They say, first of all, you're my favorite character. Well, I must say you have great taste, my friend. Secondly, they wonder, what's your favorite video game aside from the Sonic series? Now that's a good question. I'd have to go with Metroid.
Traitor.
What? I like the shooting and stuff. It's fun.
Well, they did say non-Sonic game. Feel like that was coming.
My goodness, Forge just has all the questions.
Lay it on me, princess. I gotta sign a bunch of autographs and a few.
Ay.
Klonoa1211 asks, you were a bird? I thought you were a scorpion.
Oh yeah, I get that all the time. It's a little confusing, but there is an alternate version of our story where Silver befriends a scorpion named Stinger instead of me. And don't worry, he actually sticks around. He's not nearly smart enough to upload his entire consciousness into an android.
I wouldn't go that far.
Boy, did you just call me dumb?
Finally, a question for me. Pancho DT asks, what do you think of Infinite?
Just don't say he's weak. He will spam our chat.
I'm just going to say it. I cannot fathom why Eggman would cast him aside as some useless minion and continue to keep loafs like Zavok around. Infinite may obviously have a bit of an inferiority complex, but he also has great potential as a powerful force.
I can vouch for that. He beat me to a pulp on our first encounter.
Yeah, dude deserves a little more respect. He looks pretty cool and has a neat voice. I look forward to facing off with him again.
Alright guys, last question and I think we should probably wrap it up. Why don't you take it away, Yuki?
Why, certainly, Silver. Let's see. Ooh, this is a good one. Very short but sweet. Lydia Protects 51? I think that's how you say it. Lydia Protects 51 asks everyone, how's life?
You know what? All things considered, not as bad as everyone makes it seem. I mean, things have been kinda crazy, don't get me wrong, but it definitely helps to focus on doing what you love instead of listening to how others say you should feel about the year.
AKA the media, making everyone think Armageddon is coming. But yeah, I'd say life is great too. It helps to have better outlets than all those idiots in suits telling you what to think.
Remember, my friends, never lose hope. Try to surround yourselves with friends and family who love and support you. Never dwell on negativity. We will find a way to get through these hardships.
Take it from me, viewers. Mankind is extremely persistent. They haven't given up before, and they certainly won't anytime soon.
No matter how blank things may seem, remember that life is always worth living to the fullest. Even if you don't think it, you mean so much to a lot of people, so you keep on keeping on.
Trust me, I know a thing or two about how much this year has screwed up our lifestyle. It may seem pretty bad, but we're pretty quickly getting things under control.
Especially with technological advancements. Statistically speaking, our medical industry is currently much more adaptive to handling a crisis than ever before in history. It is highly illogical to jokingly compare this situation to the end of the world.
This holiday season, I really hope you guys can find some peace after such a crazy year, so try to wind down and take a nice break. I'm sure you all earned it. Merry Christmas to each and every one of you, and here's hoping that the new year brings a brighter future.